What's up? What's up? What's up, AT tubers? How y'all doing? Go ahead and hit that like button. Ooh, damn, y'all! I got vocal lessons. I can't be losing my voice already. I'm gonna have to drink some tea. But hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we gonna get right into it. Here's the intro, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Tracy? What's up, LaJoy? Who else? Nini. What's up, Nini? I love seeing my members here. What's up, Nichelle? We got Destiny, Butterfly Kisses, Hawan. Thank you. Yes, I reached 62K. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The numbers are going. Hey, I always said this year I wanted to hit 100K, and we probably can do it. Just got to stay consistent, right? What's up, Shawnee? How you doing? What's up, SNK Pookie? What's up, Stephanie M? Hello, hello, hello. All right. So I was watching Magie earlier. I'm actually going to start with Magie, and then I'll go to Ron from the Shaun Attwood channel. This is who this is right here, right? What's up, Ariel? So Ariel. So I was watching Magie this morning, and she got a strike. I guess, actually, she got six of them. She got six of them, right? So I guess there's been this beef between her and Danny. And so what ended up happening was that Danny put six strikes on her channel. And Magie was obviously upset, rightfully so. I'm not going to say, oh, Magie shouldn't have been upset or anything like that. No, she had every right to be upset, right? But this is actually a learning lesson for her and for a lot of other people. I do the whole playing people's content, but I play people's content who I know who like me. I'm going to repeat that again. I play people's content who I know that like me or have a mutual between them and we're good. We're on good terms. I would never play content from someone who does not like me. And Magie learned that the hard way. And I even left her a comment too, because I was all like, so you thought it was okay to play this person's content and they called you a maggot. And she's like, yes, 82. I thought we could play each other content. Okay, so this is what the message says. I know it's kind of small. Danny said, as of today and moving forward, you can't use my content. Past videos are fine, but future videos are not. And then Magie said, "Do I have your words for the past? I think that says video, or is that worthless too?" And she said, "I will not strike past content. I think I made that clear. Don't contact me again, though, as long as you're still maggot." Well, damn. And so I guess what's been going on is that Magie will review her content and then be talking shit and saying stuff. And here's the thing. When you use someone's content, are you talking about the content that they're producing or are you talking about the person? If you know that you don't like the person or you're going to be dragging the person, it's probably best you not use that person's content, you know? And vice versa. I think the way Magie feels is like this is all a game. Like basically, I talk about you, you talk about me, and we can use each other's content. No, no, that's not the way it works, sweetie. No, sweetie, no, no. It don't work like that, unfortunately. When you talk about people, they are going to have a reaction. There was somebody who was, and I can tell you guys from personal experience because I set up myself before, right? So there's a content creator that plays music in the background, not the regular StreamYard music in the background, but they play like their copyrighted claim music, even though it's not copywritten. But they play their copyrighted music in the background, right? And so I did an interview with this person, and they were like, "Hey, I don't want other people using the content and stuff like that. Put my music behind it. That way, if they use it, I can strike them. And I'll give you permission to use my music." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll use your music, right?" Well, I ended up having a falling out with that person, and because they wanted to be petty, they struck my video. So I had to literally fight and show proof that this person gave me permission to use their music. But what they did was let the 10-day hold go on the account. So then I had a strike for 10 days. So people are very petty in that way. So just remember, when you use people content, it's kind of up to them whether or not they want to honor their word or not. I learned that most people don't honor their word. If it's something to where we're cool, that's one thing. But if we're not cool and we already aren't good on good terms, like, because it goes both ways. Because as I understand, Danny uses her content and she uses Danny content. They're both not friends. They get what they get out of the video. So that's a weird relationship to me. If you don't like somebody, you don't like somebody. You don't either you give commentary on their content, like you watch it and then you give your commentary, or you just don't say anything at all or don't use their shit. Like, that's basically what it is. And hopefully Maggie watches this and she understands what I'm saying. But yeah, no hate or anything like that, but lesson learned. Lesson learned. And I think also too, Maggie got to find her own personality. I don't think Madgie has found her niche or whatever. She's just kind of going with the flow. And that's like a lot of people. If you watch a lot of these YouTubers, they're just going with the flow, you guys. They have no direction. They don't know shit they're doing. What's up, Joy? They don't know nothing that they're doing. They just literally get on live, or they have a panel with 100 people on it. They don't have a panel with 100 people because they are trying to have a conversation. They have a panel with 100 people because they can't carry a motherfucking show by themselves. That's the truth, you know. So with that being said, I think this will be a learning lesson for her. Hopefully Danny does remove the strikes on her channel and then they just move on about their business. I don't want to see nobody's channel getting taken. There's only one channel that I participated in taking, and you guys already know who that person is. So um yeah. And it wasn't even like taking their channel. I did a privacy strike. So for me, and that's a thing too. I don't usually do the striking game. Let me explain the whole taking somebody's channel, because I know that's going to be used against me in the future. So, what's up, Jackie, Darius? So, if you do something like leak my address, phone number, mess with my family, yeah, those videos are going to get privacy strikes. And I'm not afraid to admit, like, yeah, I'm going to strike your video, But if you use my content, whether you're saying AT2 is the greatest or you're dragging me, I don't really care. It is what it is. And most of the time, people want you to strike them, or they strike you so they can get your address. That's how weird these people play this striking game, because they want to get your address. It's weird. I don't like it, but I only will do it if you force my hand, like family, my address, or my phone number. Yeah, I'm gonna do a privacy strike on your video. That's simple as that. I don't know what else you want me to say, but yeah, I will come for you when you do that. The other stuff, the back and forth, because y'all, I could have been got rid of a lot of these people, but I'm not petty like that. Like, I'm like, whatever, do your stuff, this, or I don't care. Whatever. That's just me. And I feel like because I'm one of those people who don't play dirty like that, God continues to bless me. Don't laugh. I was being serious when I said that. I do feel like God continues to bless me. I was listening to this thing about Sagittarius, like, opportunities just fall into our laps. And I was like, damn, I do feel like opportunities have fell into my lap. And, I didn't even search for it or anything like that. So it's crazy, you guys. Okay. So on to the Shaun Attwood thing. So Ron did this video, right? It's long. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, so I'm just gonna give you a little snippet and then we'll watch it, right? So basically, he said that Shaun Attwood changed his payday to Tuesday instead of Thursday. And so when he changed it to Tuesday instead of Thursday, Shaun basically said, "Oh, well, I paid you for the week." But it's all like, no, like you just changed the payday, but you didn't pay me for the time that I already spent. So Ron is a co-host. He's the one with the side hair, over to the side. He got the buzz cut and the hair over to the side and shit like that. That's who he is, right? As you guys know, Shaun Attwood has been making money off the Diddy trial. Not the Diddy trial, but the Diddy stuff before he went to trial. The royal family, that's what he does. And so Ron has been a part of that whole journey of them, getting up to almost 1 million subscribers. And so now Ron is all like, you cheated me out of money. You got rid of everybody, also cut everybody off. And then you cut everybody off so you can be cool with Jaguar Wright. So that's how Jaguar Wright gets into the equation, you guys. What's up, grown woman? All right, let's go ahead and get into it. And again, I'm probably going to put this on members only after it uploads because, yeah, he plays music and stuff like that. And I know they're going to get me for that.
Behind why certain decisions were made on your channel. Why people got cast aside. I need you to understand, I have spent the last 4 days, 5 days, grieving.
Yo, I'm a wrestling fan. This totally looks like a wrestling promo, like the smoke and the dark. Why is it so fucking dramatic?
Our friendship. Mourning the loss of a 7-year bond because of your narrow-mindedness and the way that you chose to speak to me, the abusive manner. We're going to talk about a series of events that has happened, because there ain't no such thing as coincidence, right? I'm telling you, it's going to be a wild night. Now, some of you are going to be a little bit frustrated with how this is edited. I don't care, okay? Yesterday, I found myself again.
Oh, you found yourself.
Let's get into this.
Oh my God, no.
On Thursday, I questioned the amount of money in my wages, to which I was referred to as a mother. Asked if I had ever bothered to do maths at school, and a whole bunch of other things. For legal reasons, I'm just giving you guys quote.
As a matter of law.
We've been friends, Shaun, for so long. I've had your back for years. And I tell you something, you're going to be really hard pressed to find somebody else that would have bled for you the way I have. And for you,
Sinners was a good movie. He does remind me of the vampire.
To be so rude, so selfish, so heartless. It's disgusting. And for you then, after you send me that horrific voice note, you block me on WhatsApp like a little child, a little spineless child. And you ran off to hide. And you sent Shane to be your messenger.
Now, y'all remember Shane, right? So Shane is the booker or whatever, right? He does all of Shaun's dirty work. He ain't booking shit. He just does all of Shaun Attwood's dirty work. So basically, he hit up Shaun Attwood to let him know, like, hey, I have a few issues. These are my problems. Shaun cussed him out, laughed at him, then blocked him, and then sent Shane to talk to Ron. And mind you, there seemed to be a little dysfunction before, because remember, Jaguar Wright was dragging everybody from the channel. And then that's when and then afterwards, Jack started dragging Shaun and his wife and stuff like that. So Shaun didn't even defend his wife, by the way. Just know that. He didn't defend his wife. So Shane is KK. Yeah. He's the co-conspirator. Yep. So anyway, so basically, Shane was cool with everybody else getting dragged from the channel, and he didn't care. And Ron literally wanted someone to stand up for them and defend them. But yeah, listen, Shaun seemed like he didn't give a fuck. All he cared about was his money. I mean, granted, he had all the conspiracy theorists like Ronnie Bowe, Courtney Burgess. He had all the conspiracy theorists on his channel. Like, obviously, he didn't care about anything. He didn't have any integrity. Why did you expect him to have any integrity? And mind you, you've known him for 7 years or whatever, 4 or 7 years. Yeah, come on, you knew who he was.
And I then tried texting you.
What's up, critic?
To which I got more abuse. How dare you refer to my life as how dare you refer to it as fucked up?
Damn.
Who do you think you're talking to? And the sad thing is, while you're verbally abusing me, while you're throwing our friendship in the trash, whilst you're stabbing me in the back because you thought, now just try and follow along here. I changed my payday from a Thursday to a Tuesday.
Here we go.
And you thought that meant by doing that, you were then paying me and I was working off the week. It doesn't make sense, bro. Okay, when we switched to the Tuesday, I made up 2 days work that weekend, making up the 2 days effectively that the week had been shortened by. I keep tabs on my wages better than you. There's been times where I've had days off and I've told you so that you pay me the amount because I'm an honest, loyal member, or I was a loyal member of your team. But you know, there's been some things that have happened this year.
Ding, 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 ding. And that's what I'm thinking too. Money probably was tight. It probably was really tight. Because let's be honest, after Shaun had to delete all those Diddy videos with Jaguar Wright and her conspiracy theories, it wasn't sticking like grits no more. Like, the views weren't there. Like, you know, he gets a good amount of views, but consider a channel that's close to 1 million, they probably only get like 500K views a month. Yeah, the money ain't there no more, you guys. It ain't there. So that's probably the real truth, but of course Shaun don't want to say that. You know? What's up, Demetria?
Before we get into those, Shaun, I need you to know the deep levels of hurt you've caused me. The betrayal. It's a real thing. I'm getting ahead of myself. To calm down. We're going to spoil the bits that are coming. This is all over, Shaun. You believing in your crazy delusion that for some reason you were paid.
See, I be knowing what I talk about. Even though people don't like my advice, I be knowing what I be talking about. They don't call me the Godfather for nothing. Shut up. People do call me the Godfather.
Paying me for the week of work I hadn't done yet. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I think you're clutching at straws. I think there's a deeper story here. We're going to start putting little nuggets together, okay? The hurt and the betrayal was real. Another case of a Scotsman being betrayed by the English. Or, well, just one Englishman, really. It works better when I say English for this. You can see why. So, I need you to know, you cut me so deep. You know.
You guys, do you think they fucked? Because the way I'm gonna take nothing serious, but do you think they fucked? Because like sometimes, like when y'all be pouring your heart out and be so emotional on this ninja net, like I'll be all like, y'all wants to fuck because I can't have this much emotion for somebody that I ain't fucked. You know? or at least got some head from, or so. I don't know, y'all. I'm just talking shit.
Shame on you.
So y'all agree with me? Thank you. Why you gotta go there?
Strike fear in the heart of my foes.
Not all this damn music. Come on. Hold on. Let me try to skip ahead a little bit. Okay, here we go. And Brenda, screw you. But Brenda, I ain't gonna lie. Brenda ate me up with that one. It's not true, but Brenda ate me up. I ain't gonna lie, Brenda. Kudos to you, Brenda. You ate me up with that one, you know. All right, let's continue.
Next, your horrific voicemails. And the really sad thing is, Shane turns around to me and says, yeah, Shaun has spoken to his lawyer and has been advised to block you on all platforms. What? I'm sorry, mate, right? Thursday, everything was kosher, right? Then you lose your mind, start getting abusive, and you're the one talking to I mean, mate, I'm not the smartest guy alive. But I feel like there's a ploy here. Okay, I don't know what it is, but bet your freaking ass I'm going to get to the bottom of all, because the way you've acted is ridiculous. So you've spoken to your lawyer, you blocked me on everything. Keeping in mind, you haven't even had the balls to fire me or release me from anything. You have just blocked me on everything after being a very rude and very disrespectful young man. 4 years I've been at your side. 4 years, mate. We're going to get into that. But do you want me to tell you when all this started to fall apart, Shaun? The first time this happened earlier in the year, when I questioned money, you did the same thing. This is a repeating pattern with you. Okay? I don't know if it's an ego thing or a God complex thing or what.
Now, I'm going to give you guys a spoiler alert. Now, I wonder how was it? Like, was it based off a percentage of how much they would make that month, or did he just have a flat rate? I don't know if he explains this in the video, but from the parts that I watched, I don't think he explained that, because say like I had Mims on my channel, right? And we were doing a show together, and what I would give him is like $100 a month, but I'm making $20K a month and he's only getting $100. Well, no. Say like he gets $100 a month, right? But I was only making 1,000, right? 1,000 a month. So, that's about 10%. We'll say if it goes to 20,000 a month, right? A big jump, 20,000 a month. Do I still just give him $100, his flat rate? Or does he get a percentage more because we made more money? Like, how did that work?
But it's a serious problem. And if this is the sort of attitude you can take to somebody who has been a friend for 7 years and by your side, by your own words, the underboss of the channel, if this is how quickly you can toss me aside, it's put a lot of things in perspective for me. And I can tell you, this all started to fall apart, Shaun, when you arrogantly and so... what's the word?
Oh. So what I'm understanding from the critic, this is all in Ron's behavior. Like, this ain't just a one-off situation. Like, this is something that he does. I didn't know he did a Ronnie Bo video too.
I can't think of the word, all right? But your terrible decision to cast Beverly Rhodes aside after telling me and her that the shows were going to end on a set date and then you nip her in the bud the same day. Do you know how that looks? Do you know what it looks like? It looks like you're a heartless succubus. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Up until the last 4 weeks, I've done nothing but mad numbers on your channel.
See, there we go. He's going with the numbers. But I wanted to say something. I can't read critics' comment because it uses a certain term. But I remember there was that whole PDF file thing going on between Shaun Attwood. So what you're telling me is that it was really Ron who was the pervert and not Shaun Attwood? Or is both of them a pervert? Let's continue, y'all.
Whether it's been the royal stuff, whether it's been true crime stuff, whether it's been suggesting ideas, I've smashed the numbers out the park, mate. And then I created one of the most special things for me, which was my Thursday night with Bev. I learned things about myself and found a group of people who you fragmented, you hurt. And by being your right-hand man, I was tainted. I felt that just being connected to you, I had disrespected Beverly and people who I had bonded with so severely, I was too embarrassed to show my face at GSIC. Because I'm sick of being asked, so what went on with Shaun? You did it to me with a royal mess and my Friday crew. Okay? Drama appeared. Someone threatened the channel, right? Some wee ginger fanny threatens the channel and you delete all the work we've done.
He said the N-word?
To the internet.
He said some ginger fanny. Somebody translate that in British for me. A ginger fanny. What is that? I feel like
that's you taking a side and it's the wrong one. And you keep doing it. Delete, delete, delete. Knocking our work back, killing us in the algorithm.
Julia, aka Maddie.
And you've always got a reason. I know it's scary, standing your ground. I know it's scary using the balls that you have. But sometimes you've got to look danger in the face and stand your ground.
What are you talking about?
But in order to do that, you have to have a spine.
Yo, critic, he's really talking about you. He said that ginger fanny. Yeah, I was thinking because he said the royal, so I'm figuring he's talking about Harry. Prince Harry. That's who I'm thinking he's talking about. Oh, this is wild, y'all. But let me tell you guys something before I start the video again. I love white on white crime because I'm getting tired of all these black YouTubers acting a goddamn fool, especially at that Diddy courthouse. But I'm tired of all these black content creators acting a fool. I'm loving me some white on white crime right now. Let's go.
And that's something you don't have, Mr. Attwood. You couldn't even face me. You couldn't even look me in the eye and say, thanks so much for everything, Ron. But no, you ran away and you hid. And you know the really sad thing? There's not many things in this game that are milestones or are achievements. And I helped you get from 600,000 subs to almost 1 million. 25,000 subs off 1 million. I don't know if you know this, ladies and gentlemen, but as the co-host of the Shaun Attwood channel, I would have been entitled to a play button that says, Shaun Attwood channel, co-host, 1 million subscribers.
Ooh!
You took that.
He said he wanted a plaque. He should have got something. Now, this is difficult when you do shows with other people because who put in the most work? Who did the more? Because let me be honest, I didn't start watching Shaun Attwood until the whole Jaguar mess and stuff like that, right? But Shaun Attwood literally would just sit down and be like this the whole time. For me, excuse me, y'all can disagree, but for me, it was Ron who would be asking the questions and be really engaged, but Shaun Attwood just like just sits the whole time. I'm just saying.
From me, you took my livelihood. And I think after the first time this happened, you thought I was going to come running back like I did the first time. Turns out I've got a backbone and I stand for something.
Ooh, he got a backbone, y'all.
Take some notes. So Shane delivers the news that You've spoken to your lawyer. You've done all of this backhanded, schneedy stuff. You've been abusive, horribly, verbally abusive and disrespectful to me. How dare you?
Get on.
You would never speak to me in person how you spoke to me in those texts. No way. You can take your karate point scoring sport and shove it up your ass. Because you know yourself, Shaun.
Oh, yeah, he does have a choke.
You would never, ever say that to my face. Now, the Beverly Road situation was the beginning of the end for me. When you fragmented that friend group I had, alienated me, and I stuck with you, it broke me. I lost myself. For the last 2 months, I've been a shell of myself. And I mean dark.
So he gets into how basically Shaun kicked Beverly out the crew or out the group or whatever, right? Or stopped her from being on the channel. Let me just say that. And so he's still stuck by Shaun's side. For me, personally, this just confirms that you're a shitty person and you'll do anything for money, because why did you not stand up for Beverly or stand up for, well, it was more than Beverly, stand up for more people and be like, hey, I don't agree with this. And also, it also confirms you were just a co-host. No, you weren't a co-host. You're just a guest on his show. If you were a co-host, it seems like you would have more say into what happens, but it don't seem like you have any say or any power. You were powerless. You were literally Shaun's bitch.
Dark self-hate. Dark feelings of worthlessness. Not feeling like I could look my friends in the eye because I'm stuck here with you and your decisions. I'll never forgive you for that. Ever. You know how low I was.
Right. And it says the Shaun Attwood channel. It does not say the Shaun and Ron channel.
And you throw it all back in my face. I just want to say this. I'm only going to say this once in this video. You question a single thing I have said in this video, and I will pull receipts on you so fast. All the little comments that you make. There's so much. Is what happened behind the scenes, right? Because I think after you lost the channel last year, or whatever, like 4 years ago, right? And the nightmare you went through, I think that's what broke you. And I think any threat, anyone even remotely threatening the channel, and you go nuclear. And I get it when it comes to content and all of that. Content can be privatized and brought back after battles are won. But people, when you cast aside people, man, it was a side of you that was ugly to me. And you know, the metaphor of the Lion King worked really well because you are indeed a pussy. But you're not the only big cat involved in this saga.
Here we go, y'all.
Because when you tossed Beverly Rhodes to the side, it was over another threat, right? Another threat from a racist, cult spawning parasite. 4 years, Shaun. 4 years. And I had to watch you sitting on a panel with a man who called me racist, who tried to destroy our community, and a little kitty cat, while your nose was so far up her backside.
A little kitty cat.
Well, the muzzle's off now, mate. Can't control what I say now, can you? No. Fucking big cats.
The jaguar is the most feared predator in Latin America. Not even the largest herbivores are safe from one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom. And back in the day, they could hunt megafauna, some of them as big as an elephant. This is the giant slayer of the jungle.
I'm no fool. Can't you see what she's doing? They're laughing at you in there. She doesn't care about you.
Icy meat. Yeah, boy.
Jaguars are as cute as they are powerful. They're the wrestlers of the animal kingdom. Their bodies, with their powerful legs, sharp claws, and stocky build, are designed to grapple their prey and to sever their spines.
Luckily for you, you had no spine to sever.
None of that.
You've lost your
None of
mind.
that.
Your heart has become black. You know, I watched you and Lionel laugh, making jokes about me, making jokes about my vibe.
Short legs.
That was a sad day for me.
I didn't catch that shade cameo until now. I get it.
And it is what it is. We've arrived at this through your doing, Shaun. It's truly the end of an era.
No problem.
And you've done it in the most cowardly, most pathetic, spineless way possible. You know, I listen to Danny Henderson and a bunch of the Soul Tribe. They talk about love, and it used to wind me up, right? And I get it now. I get it now. I'm amazing. I love myself. I'm capable of love. I'm capable of so many things. I know that sounds like hippie madness, and feel free to take it as that. But when you're full of hate for yourself, when you're full of shame, when you are given the impression that you are meaningless, and the track record shows you question, you get blocked. It's sad. It's sad that you weren't capable of talking to me, treating me like a person. It's weird though. The day all this happened, an individual who remained nameless contacted me about conversations that are taking place between another YouTuber and allegedly you, Shaun. Now, unconfirmed whether or not you know what I'm talking about. You will soon though. Unconfirmed if you know or have even had the discussion with this person. But I know this person is up to something. And I really hope you've just lost your mind and you're not having your strings pulled for the 400th time. Because Shaun, do you remember the Franz Easter? Do you remember that crazy bitch, right? That knew about as much as about event management, right? As I do about spelling. I sniffed her out, man. We've had great ideas.
See, I don't like how he didn't tell us who the YouTuber that was talking to Shaun Attwood. Like, don't be dropping like little gem. Like, no, tell us who the YouTuber was. Let us know.
Together. We've done some amazing shows. And then you cast me outside like a dirty little rag.
Friday Royal.
And that's how we're going to end it.
Shit. Oh,
it's really sad, Shaun. It's really sad that corruption and toxicity spread. I tried to warn you. Do you remember? Do you remember? Right. I tried to warn you.
I'm not going to respond.
Mad. You couldn't handle a conversation. You couldn't face talking to me. You would think that I had done something crazy. You'd think that I was screaming or shouting or being obnoxious when I wasn't. The really sad thing is my last text message to you and my last voice message to you were me reaching out because this isn't you. This isn't us. This isn't how we deal with stuff.
Play the voice messages.
But I guess I was wrong. The use for me has been used. It's wild. It's actually wild. And I will never tell your secrets, Shaun. That's not what it's about.
No, she did.
But man, you really screwed this up. You really, really screwed this up. And what you're seeing here is somebody with a backbone, Shaun, that rather than coming groveling back to you, is willing to stand here like a fucking man and tell you straight. I'm very disappointed. I'm very let down. And I will be very upset if I find out that this conversation with the other YouTuber was concerning one of our guests. A controversial guest that I did not want to go through with the interview. An hour before the show, I reached out and said, I don't know if I can do this. And do you remember what you said to me? You have a little think. Because if that controversial guest is the reason this other person's talking about me, I hope you were honest if you were having a discussion.
Right, Mia.
That you insisted I did that interview.
No, who was the controversial guest? I don't think it's Jaguar Wright. I don't think that's who it is.
That I need to nail home for you. I had a baby on Christmas Eve, and I was back at work on Boxing Day. There was no offers of holidays for me, no paid time off. Just 4 years of graft.
Yes, it was. I love it. You McIntyre.
I remember I had to convince you to pay me over Christmas and New Year. It was crazy. And the stress, the work-obsessed mind let down the most important person in his life, his beautiful fiancée. I watched her walk out the door and go back to her mum's because she was sick of being by herself when we lived together. And I worked from home. Sometimes we're too blind to see our own destructiveness. But who cares, right? More time for streaming, yeah?
So if you chose to have a baby, right? And then you immediately decide to go back to work or do the show, that's on you. Like, that's not on Shaun. Like, you should say, hey, I'm going to take me some time off to be with me and my child. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, right? Anybody live in Canada or the UK, they celebrate Boxing Day. I have no clue what that is, but I believe it's the day after Christmas, right? Now, if he chose to work on his own, that's not Shaun's fault.
You will never find another Ron.
For me, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I would have been at your side, a loyal friend and brother, until the end, bro. And you fucked it. But I love Dan. She's an incredible, complex nightmare of a person. And when she needed me, I was talking about Diddy. When she needed me, I was staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Ending streams. That's how loyal I was. Loyal to a fucking fault. So.
Oh, I think he's talking about his wife or whatever. Like, he was up till 2 in the morning because the way they would do their show, they would go live like at regular times that we would be awake. You know, like if they went live at their time, it would be like midnight and shit like that, and like wild hours in the morning if they went like at their time. But they would be going like at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. They would be going live at our time. So yeah, I do think that he was working, yeah, those crazy hours just for the content. He was talking about Diddy when he should have been focusing on his wife.
This is for you, Dan.
Right, I'm so confused about because I've been trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Why
Nice baby,
do
don't say that.
birds
Wait, nice baby?
suddenly appear
Oh Lord, oh not the
every
music again.
time
God.
you are
Okay, I think
near?
that's it. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, we can stop that. Oh God, all that goddamn music in it. Shit. Y'all know I was irritated. But wow, he has 9 children. Y'all, I don't know what happened to my freaking light. It went out, and I just got that too. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. But this breakup video that he did for Shaun, and here's the thing, the sad part, Shaun's not gonna respond. Shaun don't give a damn. Now that's less money that he has to give to Ron. At the end of the day, he won. Now, what Ron should do is come back with the text message. Let us know who the YouTuber that he was talking shit with. Like, let us know everything. Because here's the thing: don't be putting out those little tidbits like, "Oh, there's somebody, and I know this and that." No, 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 no. Tell us what you know. That's how I am at this point. Like, I hate when y'all be doing that, or like, "Ooh, well, there's somebody with a blue shoe, green shoe, a blue eye, green eye." No, tell me who it is. Like, I don't have time to be playing the guessing game. Michelle, you say you disagree. Ooh, with what part? But yeah, that's how I feel. Like he should have came out and just said everything, put it all in the table. I'm figuring the reason why he didn't name everybody is because he's going to do a follow-up video, then another video, then another video, and so forth and so forth. It's gonna continue. And hey, I ain't mad at him. Make your money. I don't know if he's monetized or not. Let me see. Yeah, I don't even know. He got 14K. Okay, I'm pretty sure he is monetized. Oh yeah, he got membership. Yeah, he's monetized. But see, none of those views, the thing that sucks is like none of those views really came back to his channel. They all went to Shaun's channel. So he wasn't even making money like promoting his own channel really because everything was through Shaun Attwood. So yeah, he really screwed himself. And that loyalty, like, yeah, they must have fucked y'all because that's the only other thing I can see from it to have that kind of loyalty. You know what I mean? That's big. But yeah, it is what it is, y'all. He used to stream Shaun Attwood lives on his own. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. Danny. He's streaming it. He was streaming from Shaun because it even has his little, how I have the AT2 up in the corner? It has that thing. The logo, that's what they call it. So yeah. Hey, we'll see what happens. I highly doubt Shaun is going to respond unless he can really damage his platform. But like I said, ain't nobody checking out Shaun Attwood channel like that. Like after that whole stuff with Diddy, Jaguar Wright, nobody's checking for it. And I think that's the other thing too. Shaun was willing to throw everybody under the bus, including his own wife, just to have Jaguar on his channel. I thought Jaguar stopped being on the channel because she was disrespecting everybody. No, Madgie corrected me, and she had been correcting me. I was like, no, it's actually because Jag doesn't want to go back on Shaun Attwood channel, but he doesn't mind that she's been talking shit about him. It kind of reminds me of Real Life Productions. Real Life Street Stars, whatever they want to call. Like she talked about this man getting a divorce, talked about his father on hospice, and the Joker, he still wanted Jag on his channel. I'm all like, damn, do you not have any self-respect? Hey, some people don't, right? But anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell up out of here. I appreciate y'all. I've been thinking about coming. I think I'm gonna do a pre-recorded video next, so you guys will see it in a minute. But if this video is not up, I put it on members only because of all the clips and all the shit that he had. But I appreciate y'all for being here. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But we out, y'all. Deuces.